X.
Star money is the click, bitch. I'm young. Let's go. I'm young money. I'm star money. Can't take nothing from me. I'm young money. I'm star money. Can't take nothing from me.
I get money, that shit funny. I rep it like money.
Yeah.
I get money, that shit funny. I rep it like money.
Yeah. I'm young money. I'm star money. Can't take nothing from me.
I get money, that shit funny. I rep it like money.
I'ma keep on laughing. Y'all niggas keep on acting. That's just a reaction. I'ma keep on spazzing. Tino said what's happening. Now the 40 keep clapping. All fast to this K. And I split them niggas 4 ways. This is not a fake thing. I'm here to get paid. Y'all here to get laid. Bunch about to get sprayed. You boys
You
fish
boys
for
should Chalet.
star money to parade. Got you all of the days. This is my new wave. Yeah, I made my way. They cannot relate. Young money been great. Star money on the face. I keep holding my weight. Tino body just spray like a new AK. Get up out of his way. You thought it would be. Losing myself on the record.
Let's go to work.
He know what not just as me. Making it up to a level where they ain't thought it would be. But obviously, we know some shit to be stuck on my standing over.
How was everybody on this Sunday, man?
Hanging in there,
It's
man.
Monday. It's Monday.
Yes,
My bad.
Sunday.
My bad. It's
it's
Monday.
Sunday,
My bad.
Monday.
Right.
It's our day. It's our
Right.
working hard.
Basically. So, like I say, every time, everything I do it on God. Every time we do it on God. And when I do it with these two crazy motherfuckers, we do this shit on God. I am Young Money Bad News, the co-CEO of Star Money Click and the co-CEO of the Money Gang and the number one rapper in the world. I brought one five with me, the co-CEO of the Star Money Gang and the Money Gang Click. And he is the number one producer in the world. I got my brother from another mother, Jimmy Two Times, the number one Oklahoma Sooners fan and the number one 49ers fan in the world. And we are the On God Podcast. So, um, it's been a really good weekend of sports. I'm really excited about what we saw. I'm excited about how this year gonna go. And we're gonna start. Well, we're gonna start in the college world for a hot second. I'm gonna just throw this out here for a hot second. Um, LSU is who I thought they was
Exactly.
because I said LSU. Y'all picked them as contenders. I picked them as a pretender for a reason because I felt like LSU and USC is damn near the same team and they look like the same team. That's why the game was so good and that's why the game was so close. Um, that don't mean LSU can't get better as the year go on, but USC, I knew about their quarterback being good because he threw them 6 touchdowns in that bowl game last year. So shout out to him. They look good. As far as the defense, they look better than they did the year before. Lincoln Riley is starting to catch up with the times where it's like, yeah, you can have a great offense, but your defense got to be good right now, like, or you're not going to contend.
You have to.
Um,
And
uh, Georgia looked good. Alabama looked good. Ohio State looked great. Um, Oklahoma looked good. Tennessee looked good. Penn State looked good. The up north boys didn't look that good. They
Mm-mm.
they struggle. They struggle. But like I said, they don't have a lot to work with. They don't even know who the fuck the quarterback is. I mean, they was rotating quarterbacks the whole fucking game, which is not a move. You can't do it in college, bro. It don't work.
If you got two
Um,
quarterbacks, you got none.
all right,
Ole Miss looked great.
man. You know who surprised me this past weekend?
Oh,
Iowa scoring more points yesterday than they did the whole damn season last year.
yeah, Iowa look good too. I meant to say that. But I want to throw this name out here. Notre Dame. Notre Dame didn't look great, but Notre Dame played a better team than people gave them credit for. So they got the W. I give them that.
It
But
was a defensive game.
the team I want to talk about is a team this goofball Kirk Herbstreit and this goofball Desmond Howard had the nerve to pick to win a national championship. So the Oregon Ducks invited Idaho to
Mm-hmm.
Oregon,
Mm-hmm.
and they won 24-14
Mm-hmm.
with a one score possession game left in the fourth until they got a defensive stop. Dylan Gabriel threw the ball 49 times.
That's not his thing.
Why are you throwing the ball 49 times against Idaho.
He
Why
never had
is
to do that in Oklahoma.
why is Idaho in the game?
Yeah.
And y'all gonna sit here and get on these national broadcasts. You gonna talk about they gonna beat Ohio State
Not playing
with
like that.
what? I'm gonna be honest with you.
Yep.
Even if I seen Oregon's best game, their best game can't beat our game. They just can't. We got
I
too
don't even know how
much.
they even said that in the first place.
We got too much.
All they're doing is selling tickets and advertisements.
Yeah.
They got
Just
to.
like I'm gonna give you on Georgia. Remember,
Yep.
I told you Clemson was a pretender, right?
They
They get out there and
that too.
they look like dumpster fries.
Yeah, they did.
So it made Georgia look so good. But really, if you watch the game, Georgia didn't start taking off until damn near the
It
fourth
was
quarter.
third,
Third,
yeah, it
fourth
was
quarter.
late. It was 6-0 going into halftime.
That's
Keep
what
in
I'm
mind too,
saying,
Georgia
man.
didn't have their top two running backs either this game.
That's what I'm
You know what I
saying,
mean?
man. Like the one of them is suspended.
A true freshman.
Travis Etienne is
In,
suspended for
yeah,
DUI.
yeah.
So I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. Texas looked good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right
Even
there.
without all the running
Shout
back.
out to
Right,
Manning for throwing his first TD pass yesterday.
I wasn't
Yeah,
surprised. I wasn't
yeah.
surprised.
After
And,
5
and he got a
years,
and he got a rushing touchdown too.
10-year senior.
Um,
yeah.
I'll be
He's like
starting
a
next.
boy from the Hurricanes tight end. Been there 9 years
I
How the
just
hell
don't.
did that happen?
Who?
The the
Oh,
the
dude, that's like 26.
because he
he's
kept
like
getting
Because
injured.
he's like
because he
got
kept get,
grandkids and shit.
because he keep getting injured, and then what they do is when you get injured, they give you
Give
they
you a
keep
year.
giving you the eligibility. They give
Yeah.
you
The
another
medical
year.
red shirt. The medical red shirt. He was in Oregon for years. He kept getting injured.
So I'm gonna be honest with you.
Miami.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think what we saw
Yeah.
from Oregon. I don't think that was we just had a bad game. I don't.
You think that's
Because
just
man, he was 41 for 49. You
He
don't
had to
throw
throw a
40.
lot of passes.
Why are you throwing 49 passes against Idaho, bro? That's not normal.
yeah, maybe they ain't got a running back that they trust yet. I don't know.
Yes, they do. He had 100 yards.
Well, that's also against Idaho.
Against Idaho, he should have 200 yards. What are we talking about?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Is that he's not that good if he's only got 100 yards.
I'm gonna be honest with. I'm gonna be honest with you. If you
Either
know
that or
Dylan
the
Gabriel's about,
pass, because a lot of those passes were quick. You know what I mean? It wasn't
that's,
like to the ball.
well, that's what I'm saying. That's my former quarterback. He was a transfer for us too.
Yeah.
But I don't know if Oregon's actually using him correct because he likes to
All
run the
yesterday?
ball.
No, bro. No. No. Did you see the game? You didn't see
I
the
did.
game, did you?
I did see the game, but here's the
So
thing: what I'm trying to explain to you is you have to mix it up with him and allow him to throw the ball downfield enough. You're gonna throw 49 passes. You got to throw a mixture of everything, and that's what he does best.
he threw 49 passes, James. He threw a mixture of everything. It
I'm
just didn't
talking.
do. They just didn't do nothing. They're just not that good. Like sometimes you know how
I'm not saying that. I'm not. I'm not. I'm
what
not
I'm
saying what
saying
we.
is I'm not even talking about him. I don't think Dylan Gabriel played a bad game. I'm not even talking about him. I'm talking about collectively as a team. I think they're overrated. And the reason why I'm
I
saying
can live
that,
with that.
you put like this. Let's say they had a bad game, right? But the score was 42-14. Then we can go like this. Oregon just had a bad game. Because they still won by damn near 28 points. They just had a bad game. Man, they won by 10 in Oregon against Idaho. James, who's the starting quarterback for Idaho?
One of us.
Who's the starting receiver or running back for Idaho?
One of us.
Okay. So I like I said, I don't think for some reason when I was watching, because I watched the game, I even went back and watched it after. to see what I missed. Like I'm like, let me watch these highlights of the game where they condense the game and make it shorter, but you get to see
They take out the irrelevant plays.
I watched all his throws. I watched all their plays. I said, well, shit. Don't nothing about them. Like that was supposed to be the game. They were supposed to act a fool. Like Ohio State, I give us like for instance, I'm gonna use us. We got off to the slow start, right? But I expected it because A, it's the first time this quarterback has played in the
Yeah, I had to explain that on Saturday.
That's the first time. B, it's a running back that's playing with Travion that got the same talent as Travion, and Travion is used to getting all the carries. So now he's sharing carries. We're implementing a number one receiver that's, like I said before the season started, he's Marvin Harrison Jr., and he showed you why. And it's like, but this defense is this defense. Like I told you, nobody's going to score on us. We still ain't gave up a touchdown yet. But when the second half came, I started noticing Ohio State fans going, oh, shit. Will Howard can really play. Oh, shit. Will Howard can really run. Oh, shit. Jeremiah Smith is really the truth. Oh, shit. Travion Henderson is starting to look like Travion Henderson. But that's the problem with fans. Y'all jump on the first half and go, man, we look like shit. It's a game, bro.
And that was the part I had to argue with Ohio State fans all Saturday. And I had explained to them, just like last year, sometimes when you bring new components in, they're not going to just jump out the gate and be like, damn, they're sweet. Sometimes it takes a few minutes to figure some things out. And that's what I'm trying to explain to you about Dylan Gabriel. I don't think they figured out exactly how to use him. I'm not saying he had a bad game. I'm not saying he had anything to do with the bad game. You don't throw 49 times with him is what I'm explaining to you. You just don't do that. So if you got to throw 49 times with him,
and like I said, I don't think that's it. I don't think it's a Dylan Gabriel thing. I think it's an Oregon thing where I'll do this. You remember Oregon lost to Washington twice last year,
right?
And y'all both said to me, y'all picked Oregon. Y'all two picked Oregon in both games. And I told y'all, I watched both games, and I said, Oregon can't beat Washington. And y'all said, well, I think Bo Nix gonna get them this time. And I said, no, it's a bad matchup for them. It's a physical team with a finesse team. Washington was super physical last year. Oregon is finesse. The reason why Oregon ain't gonna beat us, because we not finesse Ohio State no more. We trying to be physical at all times.
I never had them beating y'all in the first place.
But a lot of people do. They got them beating us when we go to Oregon. A lot of people.
Hey, I had them as simple contenders, but I picked y'all to win the national championship this year. So
and my thing is, will they even make it to the Big Ten championship game? Because if you're gonna look like that, you ain't gonna make it. Penn State will make it. Penn State.
After Saturday, there's a lot of solid teams in the Big Ten as of right now.
The Big Ten, it looks good. The Big Ten only lost. We only lost one game as a conference. Minnesota.
Yeah, and that was Minnesota.
Lost. Yeah,
yep, Minnesota.
Yeah, so I'm happy. I'm happy about how the conference look. SEC look good too. We look like the best two conferences in the country. Period.
Yeah, Vandy had to pull one out of their ass though.
Yeah, Virginia Tech gave them that damn game.
Yeah, they gave that shit away. Look, I stopped looking at the game, and my brother-in-law was like, "Yeah, they lost. But Vanderbilt came back and won." I said, "What?"
Yeah, they blew that game
in overtime
because they had the ball. They had the ball with the lead and gave the game away. That's what's so crazy. Yeah. All right, so I just want to get in a little bit of talk of college football. I got to shout out Asia Wilson for her performance yesterday. 41 points, 17 rebounds. Shout out to Angel Reese. She broke a rebound record as a rookie. This WNBA, man, it's nice, man. We talked it up though. We said they was coming this year, and they look good, man. Like I'm happy to see.
Yeah, not disappointed. No disappointments, whatever, man.
It's evolving.
The future's bright, man. I love it.
Definitely. Asia Wilson is still the best player in the W. She basically just letting us know. She put us on notice. If she don't win MVP, I'll be surprised. Shout out
I
to
don't know the
Caitlin
fuck
Clark
really.
too. I don't either. Caitlin Clark looked good all year too. She been balling. Her team actually been winning too. The Fever look good.
And they're actually over 500 for the first time in 189 games.
Yeah,
But
since
I'm gonna be honest with you, man. As much as I love Angel Reese, Caitlin Clark's probably she's the rookie of the year right now.
she's definitely rookie of the year. But you got to remember too. I think we got to take this in consideration. Caitlin Clark is an offensive player.
Yeah, of course.
Angel Reese is not an offensive
No,
player.
she's a board grabber.
Yeah,
And that's what
she's a defender. She's a defender, a rebounder, and a putbacker. She's
you know
one of
what
them.
she is. You know what she is. She's like a mixture of Charles Oakley with Ben Wallace. Well, you might get a couple of games of some offense, but you're not gonna get a whole lot of it. She's gonna shoot
What?
poorly, but she's gonna grab 100 rebounds
No, she
and play
ain't
hella defense.
offensively. She better than both of them though, because she can get you 20 points.
I would
She
say
can.
like
But the reason why I say Charles Oakley because I feel like she's gonna be the enforcer on that team in the future.
I give
Because
you that, but you can't go
and,
Ben Wallace.
she cleans that board. She cleans that board. She gets that Moses Malone type. I'm gonna grab 19
True,
rebounds.
but you got to give her somebody that score more points than Ben Wallace. Ben Wallace ain't scoring no points, bro.
Well, that's why I gave her Charles Oakley. Charles Oakley give you about 10 points.
Stop playing. She can get you more. What are you talking about, man? Come
I
on,
would
man.
Man, she been shooting poorly lately, man.
She been shooting poorly, but she can get you more than 10 points, bro.
I'll be.
If she really want to average 15 to 20 points per game, she
I know
really
she, I know she can. I'm really just joking.
Charles Oakley is barely giving you 8. Come on, man. Stop, man. Charles Oakley.
No. Charles Oakley in his prime, man, was a double
You
machine.
know who I give her? You know who I'm gonna give her? Guess who I'm gonna give her? From the same team, Anthony Mason. That's who she play like. Anthony Mason can get you 15 anytime he wanted it. If he want to go get it, he can get it. But normally he gonna play rebound, defense. He's an enforcer. Motherfuckers was scared of Anthony Mason.
Oh yeah, because he was buffed as fuck.
That's what I'm
Rest in
saying.
peace, Anthony Mason, Big Mace.
I give her Anthony Mason. I'm not giving her Charles Oakley.
Man, Charles Oakley was a dog back in his prime. Young Charles Oakley in Chicago.
Ben Wallace.
I said Ben Wallace because of how she scrapes the boards. But a young Charles Oakley, if you look at Charles, I don't know if you remember Charles Oakley back in his prime.
Charles Oakley, bro. But this ain't. But you compare a woman in 2024 to old ass Charles. Stop. You got to go all the way back to the 80s to give me 10 points from Charles Oakley. You got to go to the 80s. You can't even say he never even did that in the 90s. Stop. Charles Oakley.
No, he was averaging double digits in the early '90s, bro. With New York, he was. You can go look that up.
Barely.
He was a double machine even then, bro. I'm just saying.
10 points.
I stand on my comparison.
I said she's at least 15. She can get 15 to 20.
But Anthony Mason's also a good one too. I just threw one off top of my head.
Anthony Mason is what she give me Anthony Mason vibes all day long. Cause she don't play. She don't play down there in that paint.
I love it though. But like I said, has she been shooting better? I still say co-MVP. But like I said, what she's doing is amazing.
I would say Cole because of what she did rebounding wise, but Caitlin got the numbers. I'll give it to Caitlin.
Yeah, she got the team over 500. She's carrying that team.
Mm-hmm.
Who wants to play the Charles Oakley points per game career and rebounds per game career?
I don't.
It's low now because after the last several years, the Toronto years, everything dragged that average down.
Man, he wasn't averaging shit in New York.
Man, he was a double machine.
Tell me what he averaged in New York. 1-5, let him know.
Well, I mean, this is just his career, but his career is under 10 for both. Under 10.
Because of man, he played a long time, and them last 4 or 5 years when he wasn't even doing it, he was just a guy on the bench.
Hey, buddy,
man, I stand by it.
I'm not saying I don't think Charles Oakley is a bum. You know, Charles Oakley, my dog. I'm just being honest though.
He's actually a family friend of mine. I got family in Cleveland that
I gotta keep it 100. Like, no, she give me. I thought she give me Anthony Mason vibes.
I mean, I wouldn't argue that one anyway. But go ahead, bro.
No, anyway, we'll move on. That's funny.
This now, because now you got me interested in this. All right,
the oak tree, baby.
points per game, and then rebounds, right? Is that what we're doing?
What's the most he ever had, man?
Rebound wise, 13.1, and that was in
Rebound. I already know he's a double rebound. I don't need to know that.
Points per game, same year, 14. He had the 96, 97 year where he gave us about 11. The year before that, a little over 11. So it was like 11, 10, 11, 10 with New York.
You know that points per that because he was always a low double on the scoring. So once the last about 5-6 years, he was just on the bench, averaging like 4 points a game. It's gonna bring that shit down tremendously.
Okay, so it was 11, 11, and 93, 94. 93 was 6.9 and 8.6.
That's when he started out. He's out with his prime by then because he was already in his late 30s.
Now this is in New York. You said
what I'm talking about.
Double.
This right before he went to Toronto.
But you said a double machine in the 90s, and I told you he wasn't.
Yeah.
The early 90s. That's what I said. I said the early 90s,
you just
man.
said it was 93, bro. Is that not the early 90s? He said
exactly.
He had 6 points per game. What are you talking about?
And then what did you say in that? What you just said in 96 he was averaging 11.
But that ain't the early 90s.
11 and almost 9 rebounds.
My whole point was I was comparing her to his young version of him. His young version of him when he was in Chicago and when he first got to New York was that's what I was talking about.
I'll give you the 96, 97. He was a 10-10 guy.
And everything before that, he wasn't nothing. He wasn't nothing what he talking about, is he? He wasn't nothing like that.
Go look him up.
He just gave you the numbers.
All right, so 89, he was 13, 10 and a half. 90, he was 14, 12.
Thank you.
He averaged more rebounds than points with 12 rebounds, 11 points.
Thank you.
6.8 rebounds, 6 points.
That's when he fell the fuck off.
And I ain't talking about Chicago. Take me to New York, the beginning of
That was New York.
That was Chicago. 89.
No, not 80. Not 90, 91, bro. He was in New York then.
Yeah,
that's right. He got moved.
89, he was in New York.
That's when he got moved.
Remember, that's when they got Horace Grant in the late 88 or 89. He was gone by then.
Now his 3 years in Chicago, he was a 9-9, 15-13, 13-13, and then he went to New York. And he was a 13-11, we'll say. We'll round up. 14-12, 11-12, 6, 8.5, 9, we'll say. Yeah, 7.
Yeah, so basically that's what I'm saying.
12-12, 10-9, 11.
Yeah, but she can average more points than that. Because she averaged more points than that.
That's why I agree with the Anthony Mason. I just threw Charles Oakley off talking about because of the enforcer and the fact that in his prime he was one of the ones that he get double.
All right, so look.
Let's move on.
Because I hate when we get Todd started on something. He go to the guy. He got to go through every year.
But it proves my point.
You know what he need to be? He need to be the stat newsman and shit on our.
He's stat man.
So we're gonna get into these NFL contenders and pretenders. We're gonna go every division, and then we're gonna pick the division winner. And we'll just do it that way. We'll start in the AFC first. Actually, no, I'm gonna jump around. What?
FYI, Charles Oakley is a better comparison than Anthony Mason stat wise.
That's fine. I don't care. I ain't gonna start in the AFC. You don't bother me, Todd. That's why I said I hate when we get him going because he can't wait to keep using.
I love it. Love it.
That can't lie on the numbers.
Numbers don't lie.
Yeah, numbers don't lie, but championships don't either. So
I can't argue with that.
I don't. Numbers don't mean shit to me.
All right, man. With the NFC, AFC, man. Come on now. Come on with it. Come on with it.
That's better. That's better.
That for
Um,
it's 2 times.
I'm gonna start with let's go with the AFC East.
AFC.
Is the Jets a pretender or a contender?
Contender, definitely.
I think they're a contender as long as they keep their quarterback healthy. That's the big if. I mean, got
He can get past
they got
the second play.
I say contender.
Green Bay.
I say contender, and he got hurt on a fluke.
Mm-hmm.
So I can't blame the team. He just got hurt on a fluke.
He changed their whole trajectory last year.
He literally was running out the pocket and got hurt. Like nobody even touched him. But I consider them a contender too. Let's go Buffalo, pretender or contender?
I got them as a pretender this year.
Okay.
That's tough for me because depending on if that young boy Keon Coleman, if he could actually jump out the gate and help out Josh Allen, that defense is kind of suspect. I'm gonna go with pretender for right now.
I'm gonna go pretender because I believe that I don't think Josh Allen can do everything on his own. And I think part of Josh Allen's problem is he thinks he can do everything on his own.
Last year was a proof of that.
But if Buffalo does what they did at the end of the year and start running the ball a lot like they was doing with Cook, they got a chance to win a lot of games and win them under the radar. But for right now, I'm gonna go pretender. We'll look. I think Keon Coleman gonna be solid because he can play.
Yeah.
But I just want to see what they're gonna do as far as going forward. We'll go Miami next. Pretender or contender?
Contender. With that offense, you got to say contender, and that defense is at least they're more top heavy than anything because that offense is such a juggernaut. But that defense is very underrated. But I'll go with contender.
Yeah, they picked up some good pieces.
Yeah,
that's a good.
Long as they stay healthy.
That's a good team. We'll just see how they do at the end of the year. They always start out real hot and then fizzle out November, December when they got to go up to Foxborough and New York and play some games in Buffalo. You know?
Yeah, that cold weather always tears their ass.
Yep. Let's go New England. Contender or pretender?
Definitely pretender. They're starting all over again. Hey, Jacoby Brissett's the starting quarterback. You got a new head coach. You just traded your best defensive player.
They've been starting all over again for 3 years now.
Yeah,
I'm talking about in general. I mean, new everything.
I'm gonna say it again. In general, they've been starting over.
I agree with that. But with Bill Belichick going, it's officially a start over.
It was officially new when Tom Brady walked out the door.
I get that, but they were still trying to retool and figure that shit was done. It was a done deal, but now it's officially.
And they've been sorry for 3 years.
Oh yeah, I agree with that. But like I said, no Bill Belichick and a brand new a brand new old quarterback for now. With Drake May, who will eventually take the job, pretender definitely.
Definitely
pretender for me. Who y'all got winning the division?
Jets.
Man, I want to go Miami, but I can't go with the end of the year. So I'm going to go Jets, but barely edging out Miami.
That's kind of how I look at it too. I got the Jets too, but I think Miami gonna be right there.
Yeah, Jets ain't gonna run away with it. I just think they got more.
I think Buffalo gonna be pulling on Miami's coattail to try to stay in second.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I think 12 wins that division.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I think I see 3 teams coming out of the AFC North into the playoffs, which may make Buffalo the odd man out in the playoffs. Like, I don't think they're a bad team. I just don't think they're as good as Miami and the Jets.
They'll be in it. I think they'll be in it for the wild card late, but I don't think they'll make it either.
Exactly.
But Jets definitely for that division.
So let's go AFC North. Since we're here, is Baltimore a pretender or a contender?
Contender.
I'll say contender. Yeah, they just lost Queen on defense, but other than that, I mean, they're still solid ass.
They lost some secondary too.
Yeah, but they're solid, man.
I'll go contender, but But the defense, I think, I don't think the defense gonna be as good as it
It's
was
not
last
like
year.
last year.
Not like
It's gonna
last.
have a step, it's gonna take a step back on
I
no
look at
defense.
them as like Buffalo in this division.
Well, I tell you this
Pittsburgh,
much: with Derrick Henry there and some continuity in wide receiver now that he actually has some guys that he can trust, the offense may actually pick up the defense a little bit.
that's what I'm
Yeah,
saying. I don't think the offense is gonna be a problem at all. I think the offense is
I,
Yeah.
gonna be better than I think
right.
it's gonna be better than it was last
hmm
year. Um, Pittsburgh, contender or pretender?
Man,
They really hard to pick too.
That
yeah.
quarterback situation is
I,
fucked up.
I'm gonna say they're gonna finish one game over 500.
Oh, so you got him at like
Yeah,
9-8.
So you got
yeah,
them,
something like
but
that.
they're but
That's just because of the quarterback situation. If they can figure that out, that's a dangerous ass team. But they got to figure out who their core QB is going to be. They got to figure out a system
well
to run.
they already starting Russell Wilson.
I
He started.
understand they're starting Russell Wilson, but do you think Russell Wilson will finish the year as the starter? Is the question.
That I don't know.
Yeah, that's the
I'm not
question.
even
Yeah, man.
listen.
You know what I
I'm
mean?
not even gonna give you an
Fields
answer
is
because I
good.
really don't
I,
know.
I actually think Fields is a better fit for this team, and I think if
I
the
do
only
too.
reason Russell's getting the start is because they
Because
told him they were going to give him the start.
yeah.
And he's a veteran. He's a more of a solid veteran. But I'm gonna tell you right now, just like I said, and those I think I said this shit to
So
you when
you
we started talking.
hold on. So you saying pretender?
You
Me?
talking to me or him?
Yeah,
Ah,
I'm gonna say
okay.
pretender. Yeah,
How you know? Because you
because I
never gave
like
me
the
Well,
your
other
answer.
teams in this division a lot better.
well, it was the Steelers, so I knew he wasn't saying contender. But
Well, I keep real, man. If I thought they was going to be good, I'd tell you they'd be good. But I don't. Their
I don't
defense
know,
Yeah.
man.
fucking
Hey
nasty.
Ty. Tell him we don't do what he do. See, he
Yeah,
go against them just because they're
yeah,
in the same division with him. He be
yeah.
hating.
We don't dick
Feel me?
ride old
You got to keep
quarterbacks.
it real, bro. If they
We
gonna
don't
be a
ride
contender, you
old
got to say they're a
coaches. We don't do
contender.
that over here on this side.
Yeah, just because you don't like them, you gonna go, no, there ain't no contender. You can't do that, man.
Man, I can't wait till we get the Harbaugh division.
Hey, that's not my division. So yeah, I can't wait
Yeah.
either.
Hey, it don't matter. He don't pick nobody in his division anyway. You see what I'm saying? He try to compare you to him, but that ain't what this is. You got to keep it
Right.
real. If they
Hey,
good, they
hey,
good.
hey, I already know he gonna say Cincinnati contenders, so that's why hey, we going to skip
That's
town.
why. That's why he told you. That's why he told you Pittsburgh. He said Pittsburgh is really could be good.
Yeah.
He took the Bengals out of it. It
Yeah.
don't matter who your team is.
Right.
I don't like the Bengals, but I'm gonna give you how I feel about the Bengals.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's what it is. You can't based on who you like. You can't nah. He ain't doing it because of them. Uh, what we got for Cincinnati? Contender or pretender?
Go ahead, James. I, I got my theory on this, and you you guys may eat me up for it, but I think the Bengals are going to be a contender, and here's why: the strength of scheduling is weak as fuck. We got one of
Yeah.
the easiest schedules in the NFL this year, and even if we don't play well in the division, we'll still be in my we'll be a playoff team.
What you got?
Um, no DJ Reader in the middle. Jamar Chase doesn't have a contract, and it's like 4 minutes before the season. You got a situation kind of like I still got a situation. Um, that's hard to pick, man. I'm gonna go with contender for right now. If they solve that, then they'll be in it.
I'm gonna give them contender for one reason. Joe Burrow.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's really my reason.
Outside of that, I have no faith in their defense no more because they lost too much. Um, the Jamar Chase thing is a problem. The T Higgins thing is a problem. T Higgins gonna ball because he just wants to get him a new contract with another team.
Yeah, he's auditioning.
But the thing Jamar Chase doing is really dumb because you still really got 2 years left on your contract. So you really should just play this year, and then what you're doing right now, you should do that next year. I don't know why you're
Because
doing it right
what's
now.
fucking him
But
up is Cincinnati doesn't know how much guaranteed money to give him because it's
no,
too early.
right.
this is what did it to him. This is why they're dealing with this right now. because he's comparing himself to all the guys that just got some money.
Yeah.
Instead of going like this, if I ball out this year and I get a check next year, I can set the market myself and be the
Exactly.
highest paid player.
The
Exactly.
But that's
$36 million man.
that's just common sense on my part of thinking. Like, why is you still got? Because what if you get hurt this year?
Yeah, that's
Where
true.
you
Man,
gonna get the money?
Yeah. Yeah.
man, don't be Le'Veon Bell.
So I got them as contenders, but like I said, Joe Burrow's the reason why I don't. Outside of that, I have no faith in your defense at all. I don't even think when you get there, the only way you're gonna win is your offense gonna have to get you W's. Um,
That middle of that
but
line is a real problem.
Mhm.
let's go Cleveland. Cleveland, contender or pretender?
Contender.
I'm gonna say contender because of that defense. I think Watson. We haven't seen Watson in 4 years be Watson that we know from Houston, right? So depending on how he comes in, this could be a really dangerous team, and this could be the first year we see the Cleveland Browns in the Super Bowl if they can pull the offense together. Now you need Nick Chubb to come back and be Nick Chubb. You know, Ford is a good backup, but I don't think he's going to win you his championship like Chubb could. But that defense is freaking nasty, man. That might be the best
Yeah.
defense in the NFL. It's damn.
Um,
It's top three. You know what I mean?
I I go contender. Um, I agree about the defense. I think it's the best defense in the league by far.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, they were statistically the best defense in the league last year. Um,
And they added some pieces and they got
I'm
some
a, I'm a,
experience in some other ones.
I'm gonna use the Ohio State thing, right? So yeah, Ford is the running back, and he's not Nick Chubb. But now Deshaun Watson got weapons on the outside he didn't have. You add Jerry Judy to Amari Cooper to David Njoku, it's a problem. So if Deshaun Watson gets out of Deshaun Watson's way, the
Yep.
Cleveland Browns can go to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
I'll be honest with you, they're contender even with Jameis Winston as the quarterback. Because remember what they got. Remember what they got without Deshaun Watson. They were still a contender last year.
We did
I ain't
not
No,
saying they win no.
have
I
James.
ain't saying they win no Super
no,
Bowl, man. I said
no.
contender just because of that
They're
defense.
not.
And he,
They're not a. No, they're not a contender with Jameis Winston. Because I'm gonna tell you why. Joe Flacco is a gamer.
Yeah.
Joe Flacco know how to play under pressure, play at that time when you need him to make them plays. He's a real veteran. He's a Super Bowl veteran. Jameis Winston is a fuck up. He looks good for 17 minutes, and then for the next 30 minutes, he'll look like dumpster fries. He's just not consistent. I don't dislike Jameis Winston, but ever since that one little injury in New Orleans, he ain't been Jameis Winston again yet. And I just think you know vibe he give me. He give me Jacoby Brissett vibes.
Mm-hmm.
Jacoby Brissett can have a good first half, and then in the second half, you don't even know who the hell he is. That's who Jameis Winston is. So when it come to them, I think if they try to if Deshaun get hurt and he had to play, it would be so much more pressure on that defense to win games for Jameis Winston compared to Joe Flacco, because Joe Flacco carried them in some of them games too. Joe Flacco was making good throws. Jameis Winston, he scares me. He really do. I'm not saying he can't play ball. I'm just saying when it come to pressure and he just ain't. Since he got
I
hurt
get it
in New
from
Orleans,
I get it from the pressure standpoint. I'm just saying, as bad as this situation was until Flacco came on. That's what I'm saying. If Watson had to go down for 4 games, I think
is
they could go at
Jameis
least 3-1.
Winston better than Flacco?
No,
So think about what you just said. You just said no, he not better than damn near 40-year-old man. But you just told me if he played, they would still be contenders.
because of
Oh,
that defense, he can do just that.
but
If Deshaun Watson had to go down 4 games, I think they can go at least 200, 500
Jameis
or at least
Winston
3-1.
can't. Jameis Winston can't make them throws that Flacco made. Them third downs that they need, Jameis Winston gonna blow it, bro. He does it all the time. History tells us he's gonna blow it. How good was he in New Orleans till he got hurt? 2 weeks. The first game
Nah,
he balled out.
he blew his I think he blew his knee out like halfway through the season. It was like week
Okay.
6, week 7.
And then when he came back, what did he look like? And he didn't have one of them injuries where you can't come back and be good from. Because remember, Jameis Winston has never been a runner. He's always been a thrower. So
Right.
based on his mechanics and knowing who to get the ball to, he couldn't even beat out Derek Carr. And Derek Carr is what right now? What is Derek Carr, honestly?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think what's his name really wanted him there anyway. So I don't think he got a fair shot with that. But I will agree with you. He's very inconsistent at sometimes. But like I said, if you needed him for a month, I think he can get you a 500 ball. I ain't say he's gonna play great, but with that defense, 2 wins out of 4, I'll take that when you can easily go 0-4. I ain't saying
That's the thing. They need more than 2 out of 4 in that division. And that AFC is different. It's stronger now. AFC.
Oh, I know that.
The AFC is catching up with the NFC now because a lot of the teams is getting their players back, players getting healthier. You got to think like the AFC been winning the Super Bowl for the last 3 years, but the NFC been the better conference.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? So it's like AFC is top heavy. NFC is throughout the whole conference heavy. You once you get past the first 5 teams in the AFC, once you look down, you go like this. Well, who the fuck is down there?
Yeah, it's
A lot of inconsistent teams.
That's what I'm saying. But now they starting to catch up. Like, you didn't know CJ Stroud. I knew he was going to be the truth, but we didn't know Houston was going to be that good.
Yeah.
It came out of nowhere, right? So that's what I'm saying. You got the Jets, you got Buffalo, you got Miami. That division alone got 3 people. You go over to the AFC North. We just did the AFC North. All 4 of them teams really could be contenders for real based on quarterback play. So that's 7. I just gave you 7 AFC teams that could be playoff teams. I ain't even said the Chiefs. We ain't even got to other teams yet. So that's what I'm saying. It's like, I don't know. But I get what you're saying. But this is what I want to know now. Who was y'all AFC North pick for the division?
Browns.
You got Cleveland. Who you got?
Yeah, I'll go ahead and say the Browns, man. As much as it pains me to say that, I'll say the Browns.
Because Baltimore's definitely going to the playoffs, barring something catastrophic. But both of those teams, both Browns and Ravens, are going to the playoffs. But I think the Browns will win that division. Not by much. I think 11 wins that division.
The other two is a coin flip.
Yeah, I got Cleveland too. I think Cleveland.
Y'all gonna beat each other up in that division.
Yeah.
I think Baltimore and Cincinnati gonna be fighting for second.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go to the AFC South. Indianapolis, pretenders or contenders?
Pretenders.
I'm gonna say contenders as long as their quarterback stays healthy.
That's why I said pretenders.
Yeah. I got a nice dose of him last year. He was really good when he played. But they're like second or third in that division. They're not gonna win it. So
I'm gonna say pretender right now,
yeah.
but I'm with you. If Anthony Richardson plays up to what he looks like if he plays the way he looks, they could be really dangerous. But I'm gonna go first. I'm gonna go pretender for right now. I'm gonna go for right now.
It hinges on him.
We'll see how the year goes. Jacksonville, pretender or contender?
Man,
that defense is good. That offense is all over the place.
Yeah, I'm gonna say pretender. I mean,
man,
they're gonna be. I don't know. This whole division's kind of like weird to me. Like none of the teams really stand out outside of Houston, and none of them really look bad. You know what I mean? Like they don't look good, but they don't look bad.
They're just like they're hard. They're hard to figure out.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like walking into a club drunk as fuck with a bunch of ugly chicks. They don't look good, but they don't look bad.
So y'all both say pretender?
I'm gonna say pretender for right now, just because I'm not sure what we're gonna get with them.
I think outside of CJ Stroud in the division, man, the quarterbacks is what's really holding some of these teams back because Anthony Richardson on the field puts Indianapolis in a good spot. Jacksonville, if Lawrence can actually pull his head out of his ass in certain parts of the game, they can win the division. They can really battle Houston for the division because that defense is solid. So I'm going to go Pretender for now. Pretender for now. I don't. I really want to say contender, but I just can't.
I'm
Lawrence
a
is the key to
I'm gonna go pretender. Um, the inconsistency of Lawrence is what kills me.
that. Yeah.
I don't because they'll go like them motherfuckers will win like 8 games in a row, and then when they get to playoff time, they get a home playoff game, and you be like,
And shit the
what?
bed something crucial.
Where
Yeah,
did y'all go? Are y'all still here? Like, so I
right.
don't
But they
get
went
it.
got some, they went got some food from White Castle and Waffle House, ate it, and then shit the bed.
I don't get it. So I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go pretender for now. I'm gonna see down the line. The Houston Texans, contender or pretender?
All right.
Contender.
So, me personally, I think they're a contender. They did the most of probably any team outside of News's team in the offseason to upgrade this team. Um, the thing that worries me a little bit is Vegas has came off of their betting on this team because of their schedule. The schedule is the hardest in the NFL this year. Um, I think CJ Stroud's a baller. I think they definitely upgraded positions they really needed to upgrade in, other than the wide receiver room. I thought the wide receiver room was good, but then they went out and added a superstar at wide receiver. Um, I got them as contenders. We'll see how it plays out, man. I mean, there's nobody else in this division to me other than maybe the Colts and maybe the Titans that can win it. But this is the team that upgraded the most to me.
I can see them winning 5 out of 6 games in that division, even though that division ain't bad. So that's why I got them definitely as contender.
I got them as contenders because I don't think that people understand that what they did offensively last year without adding Stephon Diggs
Mm,
and Joe Mixon was was amazing.
yeah.
And then what they did on defense, picking up defense, and D'Amico is a defensive coach. They was already playing on a swivel. They're gonna really be killing people this year. I got them not only winning, I got them winning I got them winning that division too. But I can see them really going to the Super Bowl. It's gonna be
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah,
Um, Tennessee Titans, contender or pretender?
pretender.
Man, all
Will
the
Levis, Will Levis, like I said, Will Levis is in that group. He's in that group of. I mean, he has the potential to really have a great year, but when they gave him weapons, they improved that defense. It's
yeah,
an if. So if it's an if for me, it's a pretender.
yeah. I'm gonna say pretender, even though in this division they did the second most to upgrade their team.
Because if Tony Pollard goes down, who gonna run that ball?
Just like with Watson, we haven't seen Calvin Ridley really beat Calvin Ridley in about 3 years. So we'll see what happens here. This is an interesting team to me, man. Uh,
Yeah,
they got pieces there, but they got a new coach. We'll see. We'll see. I think they're going to be hovering around 500 at best.
I'm gonna say pretender until they make me realize think they're a contender. I'm gonna
Right.
just leave it just
exactly.
like that.
It's
That's
too much
all I'm gonna
if.
say.
It's too much if.
Who y'all got winning the division?
Uh,
Houston by at least 2 or 3 games. I got him. I got Houston winning about 13 games this year.
ooh,
Even with that schedule. Hey, look, man. I know
That
D'Amico
schedule,
Ryans.
that schedule don't mean nothing with that
It
defense
don't
yet,
mean
Todd.
nothing. With
Todd,
what they
Todd, I don't
got,
think you, Todd, I don't really think you know who they got on defense yet. You'll see though. You'll
yeah.
see.
they get Jimmy Ward back healthy. They got a whole bunch
I
of
got
pieces
I
they
got
picked up.
I got them winning 11.
Woo! Houston gonna be a goddamn problem.
I've been
Okay.
saying that all summer.
I don't get that they gotta play the Chiefs every week.
Right.
They could. I think they could beat the Chiefs. I think
Yeah,
they that good.
yeah,
I got Houston by a landslide.
Okay.
Um,
yeah. That's 13 games easy right there.
I should be in the AFC West.
Yep.
AFC West, the Raiders, Vegas, contender or pretender?
Dumpster fire. Pretender.
Oh, okay.
Like I said, I got to stick with my if theory. There's a lot of ifs there. Pretender for now. For now.
Pretender for now, but I think they're gonna be better than people give them credit for.
Yeah, yeah. That's what I said. There's some spots that I'm on the fence with them at the running back position, the quarterback position. I like Minshew, but I don't know if he's a bridge quarterback or the guy of the future. That defense is going to be better, and they got a head coach that can push them to their potential. But were they running off that Cinderella feeling last year at the end, or is this for real? So pretender for now.
The Chargers, pretender or contender?
Yeah, they're chicken dinners, so they're definitely
Oh,
pretenders.
well, they're rebuilding, so I'm gonna go pretenders on the Chargers. Plus, their quarterback has plantar fasciitis, which can hamper him a lot this year.
Yeah, I got playing for you guys. It hampers me.
He's
Pretender.
gotta get some better insoles in those cleats.
Hey
Just
man,
straight.
they are King's chicken dinner.
Just
Yeah,
straight pretender. Just
Yeah,
pretender all day
they
long.
get a top 10 lottery pick
Michigan,
next year.
Michigan before the
Um, Let me go with uh, Raiders. I got
Denver,
Chargers. Yeah, let's go
Denver,
Broncos. Let's go Broncos.
pretender. But I like what I saw from Bo Nix in the preseason. I think Peyton may have gotten his quarterback, but like I told you, the if for me, that's a young team. They don't have a whole lot of proven weapons. They just, you know, it's just Peyton. It's too much going on there right now. I think they're kind of maybe turning the corner with some things, but right now there's no way they're contending in that division.
Pretender or contender?
I think they're okay at best, so I'm gonna say pretender.
I think they're a pretender, but I think Bo Nix got a lot of upside. I think he is their quarterback for the future.
Yeah,
Peyton loves him. Um, and I think they're going to try to find their identity, but they're so young. That's what makes them a pretender to
yeah.
me. Um,
It's not this year.
Kansas City, pretender or contender?
Definitely contender. I mean, they might fuck around and do something nobody's ever done, and that's three peat.
This
But
team
like I said,
this team has got the easiest path to the Super Bowl. I mean, at least through the division. This is the Tom Brady Patriots type of division that they got going on over here right now.
yeah, for this year, yeah, I can see that because the Raiders is really their only challenge.
This year, absolutely. But
Yeah, the Raiders is really their only challenge.
just, I mean, yeah, they're their contender, and they're gonna do what they do. They're good.
I'm gonna just say, if you got my homeboy on the team,
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's a problem.
hey, ain't a whole lot you need to say with that one. It don't matter who the
He
fuck you
can
throw
he
it to,
can
who the fuck run the
he can
ball.
he can throw it to a janitor and he gonna win. Uh,
Yeah, that
I
defense lost some things, but not
only
enough to make
thing
a fall.
only thing my thing with them as a contender is the defense might lack a little because they lost Snead. But McDuffie is gonna be their new Snead. They want to make him the guy. He was a good number two, so it ain't gonna be hard for him to transition into their number one. Um, but it just when you got Andy and you got that D coordinator, they just I don't know. It's just always a chance. It's always
The
something.
three peat is a real threat. It's a real threat for them to
Always
do something.
something.
My 49ers was the last team that actually almost attempted. They was a field goal attempt away from going to the third Super Bowl. Nobody's done it since.
So who y'all got for the division?
Chiefs.
City,
The
KC.
Kansas
Chiefs are
City.
going to be
Okay.
in first, second, and third place, and the rest of them are going to be in fourth place.
So we're gonna switch over to the NFC. Uh, we're gonna start in let's go with the weakest division. Let's go NFC South. Um, New Orleans, contender or pretender?
Pretend. They got Derek Carr, who is clearly on the downside of his career. they got they got they got Alvin Kamara, who I don't know what the fuck's going on with him from one year to the next. That I mean, they got a lot of promise. They got a lot of promising talent on offense, but Derek Carr is driving that ship, and that's a dangerous driver. That defense is going to do what it normally does, but it's not enough it's not enough to contend. It's more just a pretend to me.
One
Uh,
five.
I'll say contender, and I'll say it's just because of this division. Like any one of these teams can win other than the Panthers. You know what I mean? It's just that's how it's traditionally been in this. Um, Let me change that. I'll say Pretenders because there's
And
a couple.
watch the Panthers fuck around and win the division
I
because
know,
you're
right?
right.
Exactly. Because Bryce Young didn't look bad this preseason,
Like,
but that don't mean shit either.
just to spite my ass.
I got I'm gonna say pretender, but I'm gonna tell you something about New Orleans that is really weird. Um, they have a lot of talent on this team.
Mhm.
Hmm.
Michael Thomas just got suspended for supplement. He did something.
Yeah, I just
They
saw
just
that the other
they
day.
just they suspended him. I don't know how Alvin Kamara is even still on this team. We was gonna trade for him a year or two ago. Um,
He
they
got too
still got
much
my
shit going on.
Olave is a dog.
Yeah.
Uh, and then the defense is
He's
always
a
solid.
dog.
But
She's a dog.
the problem with the defense is it's still good, but it's
He's
getting
getting
older.
older.
And they won't they it's like you can't carry that same roster forever. But I'll say they're pretenders right now.
Yeah.
Let's go with Carolina. Contender or pretender?
Pretend, but I think they'll be better than last year because, well, you only won 2 games. Yeah, hey, can it get worse than that?
The Panthers will be one of those teams that people will overlook and they'll get bit in the ass for overlooking them. They got some decent talent,
Yeah,
but I think they're the bottom team in this division, so I'm gonna say Pretender.
I'll say they're pretenders, but I do think they're gonna win more games than they won last year.
yeah,
Five,
Where you
five.
can't really win that many more than you did anyway. So
yeah. I mean,
um,
shit, they did the least.
what I really want to see from Carolina is I want to see if what I said about that boy from jump is Bryce Young really the one? Is he really that good? You know what I'm saying? Because last year you was dumpster fries. Now you got a fresh year. You can start fresh. I want to see what he do.
You gave him a couple
Let
weapons. You gave him a couple weapons, though.
let's go to
But
they got some weapons. Let's go to Atlanta.
um, man,
Pretender or
Hmm.
pretender?
I'm gonna say Contender. I'm gonna say Contender just because they got way too much talent on that team to be a Pretender. So
Okay.
I agree with the contend in that division. They can contend because they did the necessary things. They needed a quarterback. They got rid of Ritter. I liked Ritter in college, but he was never an NFL quarterback. He just got. He was, matter of fact, they traded him to Arizona and they just cut him at the cut down time, so he didn't even make that team. So they definitely needed a quarterback. I think Penix is. He's just waiting for his chance. Kirk Cousins is a definite upgrade over Ritter. So they're set at the quarterback position no matter who plays there. They're definitely set at running back, and they got talent all across that offensive and that defense is upcoming, so they're definitely a contender. And I got them really. It's either between them and the other team we about to talk about.
I got them as contenders, and I think that this is gonna be Kyle Pitts' biggest year in the NFL because one thing about Kirk Cousins, he loves his tight end, and
Hmm.
I think he's gonna feed him. I think Bijan Robinson is gonna have a big year because they're gonna be able to throw the ball. I think Drake London is gonna have a big year too. I really think he's gonna have a big year. I think he's gonna have a breakout year, honestly. And the pieces they picked up on defense, I think this is gonna be the best defense we see out of Atlanta since the defense that went to the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
With Jamal Anderson and them.
the Dirty
Um,
Birds.
yeah, I think they're gonna be a problem. Um, who do I got left in this division?
Tampa.
Yeah,
Yeah, Tampa Bay
the
Buccaneers.
3 time the three
Contenders,
piece division winners.
contender or pretender?
They're contenders just because the last 3 years they've owned this division, even though nobody was truly trying to take it. I think they got continuity at quarterback for right now. I think this is another prove it year for my guy Baker Mayfield. I really want him to do well. Now, Willie, we'll see. They brought back Evans and Godwin. The running game is solidified. That defense is really kind of a question because they lost some pieces, but I'm going to still give them a contender because, well, like I said, they had some young talent on that team to begin with, and I think it's going to get a chance to actually play. So I'm gonna still give them a contend on that one.
I'm gonna
One
do.
fire, what you got?
I'm gonna do the same. Contend. I think with Baker Mayfield is better than any other quarterback in that division other than Kirk Cousins. You know what I mean? So yeah, they're solid. It's a solid team.
I
I,
go contender. I go contender slash pretender
hmm
because of the defense.
Yeah,
I feel like when they let us get Devin White, I think that was a big loss. Um, I don't know what Baker Mayfield I'm gonna see this year, so you
exactly.
know I'm not big on Baker Mayfield. I'm not even about to act like I am. Y'all know I'm not.
We know that
I think Kirk Cousins is the best quarterback in this division. Period.
he is.
Um, uh, I think if they do get in, they're gonna backdoor their way into this in the playoffs
It's a
anyway.
wild card. Wild card.
Yeah, so that's the first I go.
uh,
Who y'all got for the division champion?
Atlanta.
Atlanta.
I got Atlanta too. All right, we're gonna move over to the NFC. Let's go north. One of my favorite divisions right now.
Yeah, that's
We're gonna start with Minnesota. Contender or pretender?
Pretend.
so.
With
So I'm kind of like stuck on this one because I'm gonna say pretend just because I like the other three teams better in this division, and but Minnesota has got man, they got talent on the
but
offensive.
who
Hmm.
but Ty, who's the quarterback, Ty? You or me?
Exactly.
I don't know.
Exactly.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know. That's
One of
why.
my exes.
Ty,
Yeah,
Sam Darnold will be the starter this
yeah,
year.
Man, that right there fucks up everything.
When it now what I do agree with you on is talent. We can't even deny they got it.
Yeah. Hell
I'll give you
yeah.
that.
they got.
But 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 the problem is who's going to get Addison the ball, Jefferson the ball, Aaron Jones the ball
Mm.
if you drop back 40 times and you could barely even throw a 10-yard pass on point. That's
They got
my
a
only
Zach Wilson
worry.
problem. They got a
So
Zach Wilson problem in Minnesota.
I gotta go. Well, Zach Wilson look good right now in Denver.
I'm talking about when he was with the Jets last year. That's
I
what I'm
know,
talking about.
I know what you're saying. I'm just saying he look good right now.
Uh,
But
Yeah.
I gotta go. I gotta go pretender because
yeah, QB.
that quarterback position is my only question.
Yeah,
You
they
got
got.
to have a quarterback, and they don't got one at all. When McCarthy went down, that was their only hope that he had a chance to start.
Now I will give you this one, five.
Yeah,
I said this. I said this. I think on the not the last episode, but the episode before that. If they trade for somebody
yeah, they got to trade for somebody.
that's even a little decent, because everybody's better than Sam Darnold.
Right,
So
right,
if
right.
you can
Yeah.
get somebody just a little decent to
Yeah,
run that offense, then I'll go. Okay, I
yeah,
agree
If they
with you.
get somebody like his boy Tim Browning, if Tim Browning can pull a trade for him, that's an upgrade.
yeah, yeah.
But right now,
You know,
ooh,
yeah. We get
mm.
him off the mound, send him up here to Minnesota. It'll be all right.
Okay, so let's go to the Chicago Bears. Contender or pretender?
Man, this team really intrigues me. I want to say pretender just because they got a lot of new pieces, but they look really good in the preseason. And I know it's preseason, but I mean their first team looked really scary on offense. And Dunze looks really good. Allen looks really good. I think Allen put some weight on so that he don't get hurt as much. Moore looks
He need to lose some weight too, just a little bit.
just a little bit. He's got to
And find him some bubble wrap to get himself for game day.
find his player weight a little bit. He might be playing tight end before it's all said and done. He keeps eating out there.
He go to the Jordan Matthews.
Yeah, he's eating deep dish out there. But yeah, man, I'm gonna say pretender for now. But they're definitely a team on the rise, just like every team in this division. So this is going to be one of the toughest ones to call. I think.
Who you got,
I'm
T
gonna go.
Love?
I'm gonna go pretend, but I have this feeling like it's gonna go. That sign's gonna switch for me real soon. But it's like you said,
I'm
there's
a,
too many. Oh,
Go
go ahead,
ahead.
go ahead. I ain't really
Ty,
gotta add nothing.
I'm gonna go contender. Um, I think the whole offense is gonna be solid, but I think the defense is gonna be what people sleeping on. I think the defense is gonna be better than they getting credit for. And I just think they're gonna make noise. I got a funny feeling they don't have a real hard schedule. And I think the fact that they don't have a hard schedule They're gonna win
It's
more
one of the
games than
easiest. It's one of the
they're
easiest in
gonna
the
win more.
league.
They're gonna win more games than we think they're gonna
That's
win.
part of the reason why I say that. That and just the fact that they have so much talent. I gotta say for right now, pretend, but I have this feeling like it's going to be contend.
Yeah.
Um, let's go Green Bay Packers. Contender or
Contend,
pretender?
I'm gonna
contend.
I'm gonna say contender.
Yeah, I'm definitely going contender. I think Jordan Love is about to show that he is supposed to be in the upper echelon of quarterbacks. That defense is crazy. They went and got Collins from New York, the Giants. They safety. They stole him,
Mhm.
which I don't know what New York was thinking, but they stole him
Well,
for some money. They didn't want to pay him, so they paid him. Green Bay already was playing on the swivel with their defense. Then they went and got old boy from the Raiders. They stole their running back. Um,
yeah, that Josh Jacobs was a serious upgrade. As
Green
much
Bay
as I
gonna be
like
a problem.
Aaron Jones
Green
is an
Bay gonna be a
injury
problem.
plague. Yeah,
Yeah,
they
he
sure the
was.
fuck is.
Green Bay is definitely gonna be a problem. Let's go. Last but not least, Detroit Lions, contender or
Definitely
pretender?
contend. That wasn't a fluke last year.
Yeah, I'm gonna say contender, and the only thing I'll knock his team off is so their quarterback Jared Goff got paid this year. Jared Goff's one of those quarterbacks that's had to fight for everything he's got in the league since he's been drafted, right? So I want to see how he performs when he's finally been given something. You know what I mean? So he's been given the reins to the number one quarterback of the team. He ain't had to compete. He's got that huge contract. Let's see how he does with a huge contract. If he comes in and plays like Jared Goff, that's had to fight for everything, they're going to be all right. But if he comes in like, damn, I just made it. You know what I
Well,
mean?
they got your boy on defense, man. They ain't nobody be able to run on them.
Yeah, but I'm
I
just
don't. I don't.
this
I.
is the,
I
this is going to
go
be
ahead.
the team that if the Bears are going to leapfrog somebody, it would be the Lions, and it's just because I have a funny feeling that Jared Goff might come in entitled this year. You know what I mean?
I don't. I got him as contenders, and I don't agree with you when it comes to Jared Goff, and it's the wrong. This the only reason why the media has made him play with a chip on his shoulder. Now
Mm.
he
And
has been
McVay
playing
was
with a
throwing him in
he
LA.
has been playing with a chip on his shoulder for the last 2 years. And if you go back and watch they run in the playoffs, that was one thing. After every win they got, they all kept saying, "We want Jared Goff." That was they saying as a team. Well, we want Jared Goff. Y'all don't want him. We want him. The Rams didn't want him, but we want him. So I think he plays with this chip on his shoulder now, where he just got it. He finally got it, and he
But
in
let
a
me tell you
system
something
that
funny about that.
the
When you get
system
done, let
the,
me tell you something funny about that.
the system that he's in now, it fits his game. But he's got so many weapons. He don't have to really do nothing but just get him the ball. He don't have
Don't
to
fuck
be the
up.
playmaker. He ain't got to be a playmaker for real. Just get him the ball.
But
Um,
what I want to
Go ahead.
mention is McVay, when he was in LA, McVay is a funny dude because him and my head coach, remember they used to coach together in Washington, and they have a similar style. They have a similar type of attitude when it comes to their quarterback. They treat them like redheaded stepchilds, man, and that was noted that they had a tumultuous relationship when he was LA when they was doing their championship run. That year they lost to New England in the Super Bowl, and so when they finally got him up out of there, I think, and I'm right with you. I'm agree with you on that. Once he left there and he got a head coach that believed in him, I think I think now we're going to see that number one pick that we were supposed to get in LA. I think he was being held back, man, because it's just I noticed I've noticed the way that these two guys do their quarterbacks, and now that he's not there and he's somewhere that he's wanted, shit, I wouldn't count out golf.
Who
He
we
had
got for the
talent. He's always
division?
had talent.
Who
Shit,
we got
that's
for the
scary.
division?
I'm gonna go Detroit again. I don't. It's gonna be between them and Green Bay.
I say Green Bay wins it.
I say Green Bay win it too. Um, I just think Green Bay. I think what's going to hurt Detroit is losing C.J. Gardner Johnson to us. I think he was the anchor at that safety on that back end is what scares me about Detroit. Um, but that's about it. The rest of the team's solid. Um, okay, we'll move on to the NFC West. We're gonna start with The LA Rams, contender or pretender?
I'll give them a contend because they got enough all across the board. Running game, best line in the league, solid quarterback, even though he's old and brittle. Definitely weapons on the, at the wide receiver position. That defense is really the only problem. I think the offense will carry the defense, but I think in that division they'll contend just because.
So
One five.
this division to me is like the AFC South. Like there's a lot of okay teams in it, and one really good team. Um, so I'm gonna say contender just because I like some of the things they've done on offense to help Matthew Stafford out. I think they got two really good receivers. They got a couple good running backs. So I mean, we'll go contender for now.
I'm definitely gonna go contender. Um, because their talent was so young last year. They was learning how to play together, and they still was still in games and fighting. So I think they're gonna be a year better than what they were last year.
Even without Aaron Donald, I think there's still a little bit of a problem.
And I think their offense is gonna be even better because I think you're gonna get a. I think getting a healthy Cup and Nakua at the same time is gonna be scary. Because I think Nakua, what I don't think that was an accident. How he
Mm-mm.
played, I think
That
that's
dude's
really
an
that.
athletic freak, man. Him and his
I,
brother.
I,
He got a brother
I,
like that too.
and their running game is decent, but I think Stafford just got to find a way to stay healthy.
Yeah,
Um,
you don't want
but
Stetson
who
Bennett having to play or
he gonna?
Jimmy Garoppolo.
I'm not even. Amen. Amen. I
Hey,
told you, man.
your
Your
name
name is
looks like a Kmart.
Stetson Bennett, man. Come on, man. Come on, man.
You sound like you
Stetson
saw
Bennett.
Cologne on the freeway, man.
Yeah,
Come on, man.
yeah. He's
All
got
right.
a phone under glass at Kmart. Stetson.
Let's go
Then
Seattle Seahawks.
Contender.
Contender or pretender?
I'm gonna
I'll
say
give the contender.
I'll say pretender. I think
Really?
they got the worst quarterback in this division. Geno
I
Smith.
agree with that.
Geno Smith is good. You know, he's proven himself to be really good, just like Jared Goff did in Detroit. But I don't know. I don't see them having enough to compete in this division. So
I give him pretender.
yeah,
Uh,
but I could see them contend.
I
Not
say
bad.
for right now pretender.
Yeah,
Based on I really don't I don't really know. For some reason with me, it's like they defense don't really move me. It
yeah.
don't move me. Like they got a little D.
You know it
They
all.
offense is definitely
It's
better than
not
their
bad.
defense,
It's not bad, but it's not Legion of Boom good.
but it don't really move me. So I'll leave them where they are. They pretenders, and they can if they can convince me, I'll come over to the dark
Hey,
side.
they think the same way.
Other than that, I can't do Seattle. Um, there's two left in this division. I'm missing one of them. I already know y'all. Who the other one in y'all division?
Cardinals.
Oh, oh my God. Let's do
Do we even have to do
Arizona.
them?
Yeah,
Do we have to do
Arizona.
them?
Contenders or
Pretend.
pretender?
I got them as contenders. Y'all can laugh at me. There's, there's, there's teams every year that come out of nowhere. Kyler Murray finished the year top five quarterback in the league, even without the help. I think they're contenders, man. You guys
Man,
did
where's
this.
he throwing the ball to, man? We got nobody
Hey,
throw the ball to.
this is my Clippers, the NFL. All
We're
right.
the Clippers of the
Hey,
CFL.
hey, hey, hey. And what happened to your Clippers?
Oh, they lost in the playoffs. In the Super Bowl. I'm saying they're contenders.
Listen, let's just do this. This is what I'm gonna do.
Oh.
They're pretenders. Marv is gonna be rookie of the year because can't nobody stop him. Their defense is trash, and Kyler Murray can't stay healthy is my problem.
Yeah.
But if you gave me a healthy Kyler Murray and a couple pieces added to their defense, because they have a decent running game. Connor can run.
Right.
Um, it just they just I can't trust nothing about them. First of all, him and the coach don't like each other. Then you're gonna pay the coach. Then you get rid of the coach. and you keep the quarterback and pay him. I mean, it just they dysfunctional to me. I don't.
Hey, that's
They
was the
really,
first thing I forgot Marvin Harrison was out. 'Cause I was like, who they gonna throw to? I was like, wait a minute, they got Marvin Harrison, but that's
yeah.
how bad they
And
are.
that's
They
why,
make you forget they got people.
and that's why I think Marv gonna win Rookie of the Year because they're gonna force feed
Yeah,
Marv the ball. You know what I'm saying?
they gonna have no choice. They ain't gonna no damn
Uh,
choice. 'Cause James Conner's gonna have a good year, I think. But other than
hey,
that,
but you and this, they gonna come out of nowhere. You need to be draft tested.
hey, if
Uh,
everybody in the NFC West leagues, then yeah, they can win the division.
Hey, he who laughs best. Just remember that.
Woo!
oh,
Hey, that was funny as hell. I'll take that
hey,
laugh.
hey, 1-5. Good thing I'm not laughing. Shoot.
Woo!
Um,
Hey,
all
hey,
right. So we,
just had to go off screen. He was laughing so hard at
I
that.
couldn't hear it, man. I couldn't understand.
I believe in our.
I had to grab my towel on that one. I had to put my.
They're my Cardinals this year. My Cardinals.
Hey, look.
I ain't mad at you though, man. You're picking an upset special. So you're trying to you try. I ain't mad at that.
Huh?
Uh,
I'm mad at that.
Hey,
Look, look. I let him slide with Minnesota. Because I know Minnesota got talent.
right.
yeah,
But you ain't gonna slide
they
with
just
them.
missing the quarterback.
You ain't gonna be able to slide with Arizona, bro. Let's go 49ers. Contender or pretender?
Pretender.
Contend,
Pretender.
contend,
Pretender.
but
They're gonna win this division so easy. It's gonna be like the Chiefs was in it.
I don't know about that. I say we win the division, but we got some things. Look, Trent Williams ain't even got signed yet, so that's a big issue. If he ain't got Trent Williams, that's a huge part. He's probably one of the best players, if not the best player in the league. Because at 36 and you ain't gave up a sack since you've been here,
Yeah.
I need you. Please
He
come
ain't
back,
the
Trent.
he ain't the best
About
player in the
two
league.
games.
You can get
I'm
that out
so,
your system.
I
You
said
can get
maybe.
and ain't he no maybe. He ain't the best player in the league. You
Hey man,
serious? 36 year
hey
old
man.
36 year old tackle is the best player in the league just because he don't give him no sacks. He's the best player in his position in the league. Best player in the league, bro. Think about what you just said.
The players
In
have
the
said that before.
league. What players? They play for the 49ers.
No, I'm talking about other players outside. This ain't mine. I didn't say this. I consider him the best tackle, one of the, if not a top three tackle in the league at 36. I didn't personally say he was the best. This is what I've heard off of NFL Network and other
But you
places
just but
by the players.
so is the NFL network people smart? All them players smart to you?
I'm talking about the players. NFL
I
Network doesn't
said
have
is
players.
all them players smart to you? Do you think all them players are smart?
They play with him. They play against him. But look, like I said, I
Five,
consider him one of the best tackles in
five,
the league. That's all
one
I'm
five,
saying.
1-5.
Yeah.
Who's the best player in the league?
Kyle Nelson is the best player in the league.
1-5. Who is the best player in the league, bro?
Who the fuck is that?
Who's the best player in the NFL
On
right now?
the team two times. He's the long snapper.
The long
Who is the
snapper.
best player? Who's the best player in the NFL, bro?
Best player in the NFL to me.
Patrick Mahomes.
Yes.
Yeah, Pat Mahomes.
Okay,
I'm
so
not even mad at that. I'm going off. This is third party information. This is not. These are not my
I
opinions.
don't. Well, guess what? We don't want to know your third party information. We don't care. I don't care
The
about no. I don't
public
care about what they
cares.
think. I don't care about what they think. You want to give him the best tackle? You got it. But you said
I
best
did.
player in. You said best player in the
I
league.
said
Maybe
maybe.
he's not even in the top five as best player in the league, bro. Are you serious right now?
When you go look at the votes for most amongst his peers, that's all I'm saying. I didn't make the system. I didn't say none of this stuff. I'm regurgitating somebody else's stuff.
And you
I
should be drug.
I
You should be drug tested for repeating it.
and I'll pass. Don't be mad at me. Hey, public, this is what y'all said. I'm just repeating what y'all said.
Todd, who are they contenders or pretenders?
The Niners.
That's what we talking about.
They're contenders all day. They'll win this division by 2 games.
You're contenders this year. The Trent Wills thing is a problem.
It's a huge fucking problem.
Purdy looked like dumpster fries in preseason.
He did.
Shout out to Pearsall. He got tried to get robbed. He got shot the other day.
Yeah.
Prayers for him and his family. That's gonna be a problem now because Getting shot by somebody, recovery is a whole different ball game when you get shot.
I don't even see him playing this year.
Yeah, you got IU back. Yeah, you got Debo back. I'm gonna be honest with you. This is it right here. This
Yeah,
is it.
the window's closing for sure.
Your window is so. You barely got a door cracked
Hmm.
because this defense ain't gonna be here forever. This offense, you paid your offense. You ain't till you lose Trent. Once you lose Trent, then you still gonna have an issue. But right now, your offense gonna have to carry you. Your defense, you still got Bosa, yeah, but you ain't got Leonard from. He's older. Hey, Leonard he don't jump off the page. Your secondary needs to get paid. Are you gonna pay all of them? You barely even paid your wide receiver. It took you 2 years to pay him. So, but you'll win the division. You'll win it. I think the Rams gonna be right there with you though. But I think
That's
you'll win
why
the
I think the
division.
contenders
I think
with
you'll
the
win it.
Seahawks right on their ass.
Let's go NFC East. Um, let's start in New York. Contender or pretender?
They might be the biggest pretender of the year, but I do like Neighbors. I think Neighbors was a great pick for them, but they needed a quarterback.
That defense is okay. Neighbors is good, but that's about all we get to talk about. They have Devin Singletary at starting running back, which that's okay. You don't replace Saquon Barkley with him. But I guess if that's all you got, you go to the clearance section and you pull him out the bin and place him there. Uh, uh, Danny Jones is well. Let's put you like this. I got the Speedway Cup here. I would rather him start at quarterback than him.
Did you?
So he is a. They are super pretenders with a chicken dinner special price.
I
You get a
can't
fourth
believe you.
tender for free.
I can't believe you even said his name. I wouldn't even say his name.
Hey, they showed the highlight of him falling when he had that clear path for the touchdown on Monday night. That's still always gonna be the funniest shit to me.
They're pretenders until they get rid of him. That's all I'm gonna say.
Hell
Um,
yeah.
Washington, pretender or contender?
Man, I really like Daniels. I think that might have been still the draft quarterback wise. Um, I'm gonna say pretenders, but slightly pretenders. This is one of those teams like Arizona that could come up and just really just come out of nowhere, and I wouldn't be surprised. But I'm gonna say pretenders for now.
What you
They're
got?
young. They're young. I'm on the fence with them, so it's pretend with a hint of possible contention.
Mhm.
I think they 50-50.
Yeah.
I think the defense is gonna be better because who their coach is, and that's what he does.
Hmm.
I think they're gonna go through the little trials and tribulation of Daniels, like getting used to the NFL game as far as the speed. But I think as time goes on, they're gonna get really good they're gonna be a good team. But
Yeah.
right now, I'll say pretender. But I'm gonna go 50-50. Contender slash pretender.
Yeah.
Um, the Dallas Cowgirls. Uh, pretender or contender?
Okay, so you remember as a kid watching Scooby Doo? You guys
Mhm.
watch Scooby Doo? And you're watching Scooby Doo and you think that this guy is an electric monster the whole damn show, right?
And
And
it's
then at the
somebody else.
pull the fucking mask off and it's the Dallas Cowboys. That's how it gets in the playoffs. They'll be good in the regular season. Once they hit the playoffs, they'll turn into pretenders. But they'll be contenders for the year though.
Regular season contenders,
Yeah.
playoff pretenders. That's what I got.
I don't know. I'm gonna tell y'all why. I'm 50-50. Let me ask you a question. Who plays the other receiver on the Dallas Cowboys?
Brandon Cooks, and that's
Oops.
an old Brandon Cooks.
Mm-hmm.
So you threw the ball to CeeDee Lamb, your tight end, all year. You don't think defenses are gonna start catching up to that?
Oh, they've
You
been
don't
hard.
think you don't
They
so they're gonna start doubling both of them, and you're gonna have to throw it to him. Here's another thing. Who's the running back?
a fat Ezekiel Elliott.
Well, Ezekiel Elliott right
Oh,
now.
they signed Dalvin Cook, but that don't mean nothing.
I like that Dalvin Cook signing for him. I think he's.
He's on the practice squad. He may not even make the team.
I don't.
I think he might be done.
I think Dalvin Cook is the running back that they need in that offense.
Man, they better call Rodgers. They better call Drew Pearson and goddamn Tony Dorsett to see if they got anything left.
You know, they might have something left in the tank. I don't know.
So why? So this my pushback to you on Dalvin Cook, right? He got signed to the Jets, right?
Yeah.
He was playing behind Brees Hall.
Right.
Why would he get the ball?
Because Brees Hall was a fucking monster.
I'm gonna say this again. Hold on 2 times. I'm gonna say this again to you.
Mm-hmm.
Brees Hall's a monster.
Yeah.
But what NFL team right now does not have 2 running backs running the ball?
The Jets.
Think about it. You're making my point. Why would he not get no touches if he's that good, Todd?
I don't know. I think he'll be.
When you had Joe Mixon, right?
Yeah.
You had Brown. You got Brown too, right?
Mm-hmm. And before that, you had Samaj P.
Was they getting touches with Joe Mixon?
That is a different circumstance.
No, it's
not. Because now when you went to Oklahoma backfield with P. Ryan and Mixon, they was mixing them, and then when he left, Brown and
Joe Mixon. Joe Mixon is a slender guy. He's not.
Todd, my point is not slender. It's not about. I'm not talking about no body size. I'm talking about.
That's what I'm talking about.
He's petite. He's a petite running back.
That's what this NFL is. This NFL is a 2-back system NFL, bro.
Now,
it's a 2-back system. It's a 2-back system NFL.
Saleh is a good coach in New York.
Who?
You think Saleh?
Do I think he's a good coach?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the problem with Saleh is he had the worst quarterback ever. First, you got to remember who they gave him.
Right.
They had to pick a quarterback in the worst class ever. That class was terrible.
The defense has been top 5 for the last 3 years. He's a defensive coach. So
exactly.
I think he's a good coach.
You're proving my point. He's a defensive coach. Defensive coaches tend to use one bruising running back.
No, they don't. No, they
not in the days in NFL.
You did not just make your point.
And Saleh came from us, and if he learned anything, we do a platoon. Even with McCaffrey.
This NFL is a 2 running back system.
Dalvin Cook pickup. I think Dalvin Cook can catch the ball out the back. He's got Ezekiel Elliott there to get the tough yards. I think it's good. He's
Bruce Vaughn is really their running back.
When the last time you seen Dalvin Cook?
Minnesota.
How long ago was that?
2 years ago.
Why did they get rid of Dalvin Cook?
Because he was Le'Veon Bell.
He wanted money.
And he ain't worth it.
Well, in this NFL, no running back.
Le'Veon Bell. He did the Le'Veon Bell. He should have shut the fuck up. He'd still be in Minnesota right now.
No. You can't say nobody's worth it. Derrick Henry is worth it. Saquon Barkley is worth it. Bijan Robinson is worth it. Christian McCaffrey is worth it. Those are worth it running backs.
I think Dalvin Cook just burned out, man. He just burned out.
Hold on.
Who's
better?
Who's
better?
No. Here's the thing. Do I personally think they're better or worth it? Yes. Do I think the NFL thinks they're worth it? I don't think so.
I don't care. I didn't ask what the NFL thought. I asked what you thought.
Well, that's what I'm giving you is the NFL perspective. They don't.
But why would you? I said I want your perspective though. I don't want the NFL's.
Well, my perspective.
If I wanted the NFL, I'd call the NFL. Hey, bro, give me y'all. I want what you think.
Pay the running back. That's my perspective.
So that's why I just named 4. I named the top 4 running backs in the league. I just gave you the top 4 running back in the league.
Okay.
Dalvin Cook ain't even in the top 25 running backs in the league.
He ain't in the top 40.
Neither is that other guy they got.
That's what I'm
2 years ago, yeah.
So look. This is what I'm saying to you, Ty. This is what I'm saying to you. This is the reason why I said I'm 50-50 about them being contenders, because I feel like, how are y'all gonna run the ball?
Right.
You lost one of your best offensive linemen too. You let a lot of people go to Washington and play with your other coach, your defensive coach. You only got your tight end. You paid your receiver. You only throw it to your tight end and your receiver. Zeke can't catch it at the backfield no more. He could barely run for 4 yards.
Mhm.
Dalvin Cook is an old man right now. I mean, Deron Bland just went down. Deron Bland, next other second starting
6 to
corner,
8
is
weeks.
out.
My
He
point
out 6 to 8 weeks.
is Dalvin
Fucked up foot.
has less miles than the other people on the team.
He
That's
has more miles.
Man, Bond gonna get that ball before he get it, and I don't even think he's gonna come off the.
Remember, Dalvin
fresh,
Cook is almost over 10,000 yard rushing running back. He's
right?
got way more miles than Zeke do.
He's fresh. To me, he's fresh. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it works out.
He
Now,
said he's floss.
I don't think the Cowboys are that great of a team. They got some gaping holes. You know,
They fucked up letting Pollard go to Tennessee and not addressing the running back position. They
That's
fucked up.
what
You brought back Ezekiel Elliott. Everybody knew Ezekiel Elliott's not a starting running back. They had to bring back. It's almost like the Temptations bringing back Eddie Kendricks after he just started snorting up the whole table. They
All right,
expected to
let's
still
go.
hit that note.
Let's move to Philly. Contender or pretender?
Definitely a contender. Um, I would like to see how that 3-4 defense looks, but I don't have any issues with it. Sometimes when you go from a 4-3 to a 3-4, there'd be a little bit of a hiccup, but I don't think there's going to be a whole lot. You had some of those players that fit well in that system already there in place. That is a key. Sometimes when you switch and you had a players, you'll struggle. So I said, but y'all will be all right. Y'all definitely winning that division. Matter of fact, I got y'all winning about 12, 13 games and walking away with that shit because Dallas is stupid and Washington's young, and, well, the Giants are just in America.
I got them as contenders also. I think GM House needs to be studied. That motherfucker is a beast when it comes to getting these deals and these free agents.
Man, I will steal that motherfucker away from y'all in a minute. If I had, what they paying you? I give you $10 more than what they get.
This guy is the Jerry West of the NFL, man.
I will gladly take him.
No, stick to y'all formula. Not paying people. You stick to yours. Yeah. Matter of fact, both y'all teams stick to y'all.
Don't stick to that. They like to put me in week 9.
Don't pay your players. Don't pay
Nah, fuck that shit.
Y'all keep y'all some disgruntled employees, bro. Do that.
Nah, fuck all of that. I'm trying to pay my goddamn players in week 12.
My Bengals model is to inflate the player and then let them go. Build them up.
I got contender, and I got us winning division.
Yep.
So now I'm gonna ask y'all this question. I ain't asked y'all. I think I asked y'all this over the summer. So we went through all the teams.
Mm-hmm.
Who's in the Super Bowl right now? It can change. I'm just for right now.
For right now, I'm gonna go KC, and I'm gonna go your team, News.
Kansas City and Philly. So you got the rematch.
I think it's a rematch as of now, and I'll tell you my two teams that could be there, opposed to those. Cleveland could be there in their first Super Bowl, and then San Francisco could be there. Those are the four teams I could see getting to the Super Bowl this year.
Okay.
As of day one.
2 times who you got?
I think it's going to be a matchup of my old defensive coordinator and his old team, Houston and San Francisco, as of right now. But that's if we sign Trent Williams while I'm talking. If we don't sign Trent Williams to week 12 like they have plans for, that may change.
Okay, and do you have any other teams, 2 other teams that you think will make it if them 2 don't make it?
Oh, Philly and Kansas City is my plan B.
Okay, so my plan A, I'm gonna go Houston and Philly. No, I'm with you on 5. I'm gonna go KC and Philly. And my plan B, I don't know why, but man, I'm gonna go Houston and Green Bay.
That's a good one too.
Green Bay.
That's a good one.
Houston to Green Bay. Because I think what Green Bay got out there is organized and it's scary. And we played them week 1 we played them Friday, so I can't wait to see us play them Friday.
Yeah.
Dark horse.
Well, we
My
don't know
dark
your dark
horse.
horse. His dark horse is the Cardinals.
I ain't. No, I feel like them four outside of them four.
Yeah.
I feel like you could have a dark horse. My dark horse probably be Detroit out of the NFC,
Mhm.
and then
Yeah.
out the AFC, my dark horse might be like I'll probably go to Jets or Baltimore.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's if Rodgers get hot. You know what I'm saying?
I'd say
Rodgers got to get
I
hot.
can see a Detroit. I can see a Jets Lions Super Bowl.
yeah.
That'd be wild as fuck to see that.
But
No one's ever seen it.
man, I ain't seen that shit since the
Oh
40s.
no! I'm tripping. I forgot Cleveland. I meant to say Cleveland. My bad.
Oh yeah, well, that's a good one also.
Cleveland really one of my dark horses. All right, so look, that was our NFL contenders and pretenders for the week. We did NCAA last week. We're gonna get into our sad notes before we get out of here. I'm gonna start with I did one fad last week. 2 times what's your sad note?
Um, this one's for baseball. I don't know if you've been watching the futility that the Chicago White Sox have been and forcing us to witness for the whole entire baseball season. But currently, they're 31 and 107. They're right now entangled with the Baltimore Orioles in a series right now. They're on pace to break the record for the most losses in a season, which is 120 by the 62 Mets. But they're just fucking terrible. They showed their crowd one day, and it reminded me of that scene out of Major League Baseball with Bob Uecker. he was he was trying to make the crowd sound like they were there where they really were. They're that fucking
Mm-hmm.
terrible, man. I don't even know how you even force somebody to buy a $12 beer there and a $30 ticket with a $40 parking spot and justify that shit. It's just sad
Yeah,
on the fans.
I seen it. I seen it. They're gonna break the record if they keep
That
losing. And
shit's crazy.
matter of fact, they was on a 20-game losing streak. I don't know if they
Mm-hmm.
snapped it. But they've been
They've been
terrible
getting
all
their
year.
ass whooped. They've been getting
And it's
their ass
crazy.
whooped.
It's crazy because they won the championship before. That's what's so crazy. Like,
Yeah.
um, 1-5. What's your side note?
My side note is the Connor Stallions documentary that came out on Netflix.
Mm, mm, mm.
Not only did this dude look arrogant as fuck, but he really doesn't see the error in his ways. He thinks that what he did was cool and
It was
everything.
diabolical.
And then the one thing that caught me was when they caught him in the lie about being in disguise. He said it wasn't him, and his boy that he was giving all the tickets to is like, yeah, I know exactly what that is. I'll tell you what he told me. It was him. You know, like, come on, man. And then not only that, to say that you fit the bill for every single one of those games, dude, there ain't enough money. Look, I make 6 figures a year. I couldn't pay to go to every single one of those games that guy was going to. And he's a retired or out of work Navy, Marine, wherever the fuck he was. I don't even, it wasn't even clear what the hell he was. I think, wasn't he in the Navy and the Marines? And
He worked at Old Navy.
Hey, and you only get one check per month,
right.
and it's based on how long you was tenured there.
Exactly.
So you ain't making that for your flight for where you were, man. You ain't making that type of money, man.
But
Stop
it's
playing with us,
the
man.
fact that the games he was going to were big, high-profile games. All right, a lot of them, not all of them, but most of them were high-profile games. And he was setting good-ass seats, like real good-ass seats. Like me and News and No, we go to Buckeye games. All right, to get a seat like that at a fucking Ohio State game is going to cost you about $1,000. All right, that's more. That's probably about half that dude's paycheck for the month. So how are
He
you
has
going?
credit cards.
Yeah, you know, that's one game. That's one game. He was going to games every week. You know,
Every week.
every week. And not only was he going to games every week, he was sending other people to games every week.
And
So
you got
come
the
on.
money.
I mean,
Stop, bro.
unless this dude hit the
Stop, bro.
lottery, he had help within the organization to do that. The
I
union.
agree. I don't. Man,
It made
listen,
me
man.
sick to my stomach to watch that. And then the whole
That's why I couldn't even finish it.
State's the one that ratted us out. Who cares?
Stone cold cheating at its finest.
I couldn't even finish it, bro.
Yeah,
Like I think I only made like 20 minutes into it and turned it off.
yeah.
I can't watch it because the cheat. I mean, it's beyond cheating, bro.
I mean, if cheating, you was cheating. You got caught. Take it like a man. You know what I mean?
Right. My sad
Now
note
people
for
don't
this
do that nowadays.
my
Right.
sad note for this weekend.
Pause.
I'm just happy for the football to be back, man. It was
Yeah.
One of the most amazing weekends so far. Next week we start NFL too with college, so it's gonna be fun, man. Make sure everybody get ready for that Thursday night game first, because Kansas City play Baltimore Thursday.
Mm.
We play Friday in Brazil, 8:15. It's on Peacock. Make sure y'all check that out. And then Saturday we get right back to college. To love that, Ohio State got a night game, so we gonna be turned up. Um, and then Sunday we get into the real games again. So I mean, this week of football is gonna be even sweeter than last week's week of football. And,
Yeah.
and this past week was dope. Um, but yeah, I'm gonna get us out of here like this. Everything I do it on God. Every time we do it on God. When I do it with these two crazy motherfuckers, we do it on God. I am Young Money Bad News, the co-CEO of Star Money Click and the Money Gang, number one rapper in the world. I had 1 5 with me, the co-CEO of Star Money Gang and the Money in the Star Money Click. He is the number one producer in the world. I had Jimmy 2 times with me, the number one Oklahoma Sooner fan and the number one 49er fan, and my brother from another. We was the On God podcast. I appreciate y'all checking us out. Y'all stay prayed up and highly favored. We see y'all next week.
Assalamu alaikum.